This is Doug Upstone for Doc Sports, and I am here to talk about the American League win totals. I got two teams I like, one over and one under. If you watch the other video, you will find out exactly the reason why I'm wearing this shirt, other than the fact that it has to do with baseball. And I will tell you also, going forward in the last 10 years, I have had 6 winning seasons in baseball. No fabrications, nothing like that. And in 2017 and 2017 and 2014, I finished in the top 5 in the monitors that I belong to for MLB action. So that's what I'm looking to do, is to have a season just like those two, duplicate that, and have a great year and make people like yourself potentially a lot of money coming into this season looking at baseball. So without further ado, let's get into it for all of this. So my first one is an over, and that's going to be Tampa Bay Rays over 85.5. Now, the defending American League champs probably won't be defending their title this year. They've lost a number of good players, either by choice or however you want to look at it. But do I think they can still make the postseason? Again, I think that's a distinct possibility. Tampa Bay has confounded bettors and odds makers alike for years. You look at them, they don't have overwhelming personnel, but they do it the Tampa Bay way, okay? And what does that mean? Well, it's doing all the little things, okay, and they become important, because as we know in life, there are no little things, okay? So that's among the things. So their brilliance is that I like about the Rays is their front office is not married to one method. It evolves continually. Last year they won 90 games for the third straight season. They lost Blake Snell. They lost Charlie Morton. They have other questions in the rotation. But if you go back to 2018, 2017, when they were the innovators of the one pitch inning pitcher, or maybe 2 for a starting pitcher, they didn't have very good starting pitching then either. So they figured it out, because the one thing that they always have is they always develop bullpens. They always find the right guys to be in the right roles, and they have enough offense to keep it going. Now, their offense, as it turns out, is extremely underrated, because one of the things that you do, if you look at the Rays' offense on the road the last several years, they're above average in what they do on the road. Now, they play in a distinct pitcher's park at home, so that lowers their number of runs that they score. And so they're very comfortable in playing in low-scoring games, because they have that dynamic bullpen. So I don't think that's going to change. For years and years and years, they have confounded opposing teams. They create mismatches with how they, by the style of managing and their style of play. I think the Rays are going to still be a factor in the AL East. The Yankees are certainly favored and deserve to be, but I think they're going to be a factor, going to win 87 to 89 games, make the playoffs. So I'm going to go over 85.5 on Tampa Bay. Okay. Now for the under, I'm going to stick in the very same division, and I think you already know what that means. The Baltimore Orioles. It was with a smile and a smirk that Fangraphics gave Baltimore 0 chance to make the playoffs this year. Now, even though the season win totals for Pittsburgh and Colorado were actually lower than what Baltimore's is, I think Fangraphs just have a little fun, okay, with this one. So to have a 0 chance to make it in October, now, I'm not saying I would say that 0 is wrong. I'm just saying it's just, no chance at all. I think that's just kind of an unusual thing. But when I get down to it, Jim Carrey said in Dumb and Dumber, so I still got a chance. Well, evidently Baltimore doesn't. Here's what I'm going to say. I can tell you about all the terrible numbers that Baltimore has, okay? I'm not saying anything that anybody doesn't know, so I'll instead go with a different direction. Let's talk about their roster. Outside of their quote-unquote ace, John Means, and possibly they got another pitcher named Keegan Aiken, who has a very good high spin rate on for a pitcher, which is part of modern baseball today. There's not one other player that I can see, and I've read a number of reports as well, that any other contending team in baseball this year would want. Not one. 26 guys going to be on the roster, I think, is with the new roster, or maybe it's 25, or the old enough 25. I honestly forget. But in that case, that's nobody else that anybody wants. That's awful. Okay, plain and simple. That's awful. So when I look at this, when the Orioles organization, I just don't see them winning many games. Okay, and as opposed to them being a dumpster fire, okay, I don't think they're that good to be a dumpster fire, because a dumpster fire you can get the hose, put it out pretty quickly. This Baltimore Orioles team is a tire fire in a junk car collector's acreage. Okay, this thing just burns and stinks and burns and stinks for months. That's a Baltimore Orioles. I say go under 63.5 on the O's. So there's a couple of free picks for you from the American League for season win totals. So again, big baseball season coming up. I'm excited. Favorite sport, okay, in terms of just my personal favorite. Not saying my best betting sport. It's my personal favorite sport. So this is Doug Upstone for Doc Sports. You can follow all my plays at Doc Sports all season long. Until next time, I'm out.